A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Welcome everyone to A+ English. I am Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we will be talking about flying an airplane and what it takes to be a pilot.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Have you ever wanted to be a pilot?
I kind of have wanted to be a pilot, but I know it takes a lot to become a pilot.
True. Okay, we have a warm-up question here. What is it?
Okay, everyone, for our warm-up question of the day, would you like to fly a plane? Why or why not? Now, Elsie, would you like to fly a plane?
I wouldn't want to fly a plane because it's too scary for me.
Okay.
And you?
Yes, well, actually, I have flown a plane before with you. Do you remember?
You sure it was me?
It was with you.
Oh, it was 5 years ago or 7 years ago, right?
Between 5 or 6 years ago, yes. My dad and his best friend would fly small planes on the weekends, and they taught me how to fly.
Cool. Okay, so I think we now have to jump into our interview, right?
That's right. So everyone, today we have an interview. So let's get started.
Interview with a pilot. Warm-up question. Would you like to fly a plane? Why or why not?
Why and how did you become a pilot?
I was a flight attendant at first. The pilot's job inspired me. I went to a flight school in the U.S. After that, I became a pilot in Taiwan.
What do pilots do during each flight?
An hour before, we check the flight plans and enter data into the plane's computer. We also check the inside and outside of the plane. During the flight, the main pilot flies the plane and avoids bad weather. The other pilot checks the plane's machines and talks to workers on the ground. After we land, we park the plane at the gate.
Okay, everyone. Our article today is an interview between an A+ interviewer and Samantha, who answers the questions. Or we could say she is the interviewee. Okay, so let's jump right in, shall we? All right, so our interviewer, A+, will ask her, why and how did you become a pilot?
OK， 所以我们今天是一个访问。那 interviewer 也就是 A+ 杂志，他问 Samantha 这个人，问他什么呢？你为什么还有如何变成一位飞行员，或是你也可以说机师。So here, what's Samantha's answer?
Well, Samantha says, I was a flight attendant at first. The pilot's job inspired me. And there we see a flight attendant. So you might ask yourself, what is a flight attendant, Adam? A flight attendant is the man or woman who will help bring you food, blankets, and are the people you can ask questions to when on an airplane.
所以 flight attendant 就是我们说的空服员。So Samantha, she used to be a flight attendant. 她以前是个空服员，然后看到飞行员的工作之后呢，让她也想要当飞行员。这是这份工作给她的灵感，所以我们用到 inspire 这个动词，代表是赋予或是激发某人灵感。So she became interested in the job, and what did she do?
Well, let's find out.
Okay,
so the article says, Samantha says, I went to a flight school in the U.S. So I believe actually there are quite a few flight schools in Taipei. It's a school that takes about 3 or 4 years to become an official pilot. So it takes quite a while to be able to say, hey, look at me, I'm actually a pilot.
OK， 所以我们看到的 flight school 是飞行学校，那 flight 是什么意思呢？ Let's take a look。Flight 这个字呢，在这边当飞行解释，它是个名词哦。那动词的飞行呢，同学们都知道了，就是 fly，fly。那我们讲到的 flight school 是学习驾驶飞机飞行的学校，所以 Samantha 刚刚就说，我到美国的飞行学校就读。那单字例句这边给的是呢 ，Eagles look down at the ground to find their food during flight， 代表老鹰在飞行的时候会俯视地面以寻找食物。So, Adam, if given the chance, would you like to go to a flight school?
To be honest with you, I kind of would like to go to flight school. I think it would be very interesting, and I think it would be kind of a good tool to have. Let's say if there was a zombie apocalypse and you had to get into an airplane and know how to fly.
You can be a hero and take everybody out of the country.
Take you, me, and the cat?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe. All right, so let's get back to our article, everyone. It says, after that, I became a pilot in Taiwan.
OK， 所以上完飞行学校之后呢 ，Samantha 就说啦，我就在台湾变成一位飞行员了。这边看到 after 当做介系词使用哦，代表是在点点点之后。那当然，这个字也可以是连接词或是副词，我们等一下会看到它不一样的用法。
Okay, so it continues by saying A+ asks, what do pilots do during each flight?
我们这里又看到另外一个 flight 出现，它的意思跟前面那个不太一样，我们来看一下吧。Flight 在这边呢也是个名词没错，不过呢它解释为航班，所以如果你要搭飞机出去，你都会有机票，机票上面呢会有班机的号码，也就是你的 flight number。那你要订机票、预订航班 ，you book a flight。那你要赶飞机 ，you catch a flight。那如果不幸错过班机 ，you miss a flight。那再来呢，如果是班机延误了，你可以说 the flight is delayed。那班机取消就是 the flight is cancelled。那单字例句给的是呢 ，the airline cancelled all the flights to 澎湖 today because of the heavy rain。代表因为下大雨的关系呢，这间航空公司取消了今天飞往澎湖的所有航班。所以他们在每个航班中，飞行员都会做些什么事情呢 ？What do they do before each flight or during?
Yeah, right. Let's find out. Samantha says, an hour before, we check the flight plans and enter data into the plane's computer.
Okay, so we check the flight plans. Check 这个动词什么意思呢 ？Let's find out.Check 这个动词代表是检查或是查看。You check something， 那就是你检查、查看某物。像是呢 ，you check your car， 你检查你的车子 ；you check your phone， 你查看你的手机。还可以 check 什么东西啊 ？You can check your email inbox， 也就是查看你的电子邮件信箱。那另外呢 ，check 还可以是寄放或是托运的意思哦。Check your luggage， 那就是托运行李。Do you need to check any luggage？ 你有任何行李需要托运吗？那单字例句这边给的是呢 ，Athena checked her answers again before she gave her test to the teacher. Athena 交卷给老师之前，再次检查了她的答案。
So they check the flight plans. What else do they do?
They enter data into the plane's computer.
Okay. So there we see enter as a verb. It means to go or come into a place, building, room, or another area. It can also mean here in this sentence to putting data or information into a computer or device. So you could say, enter your phone number into my phone.
OK， 所以在这边的意思是输入。 Enter。那再来这边输入的是资料，资料这个字啊 ，data， 我们可以念作 data，也可以念作 data， 好，都是可以的。所以他们把资料登入到飞机上的电脑里面。然后呢 ，and then
our article says, Samantha states, we also check the inside and outside of the plane.
然后再去检查飞机的外部还有内部 ，kind of busy.
Yeah, it seems like, doing a lot of things. All right, continuing, during the flight, the main pilot flies the plane and avoids bad weather.
所以刚刚我们在讲的是 before the flight 做的事情，好，就是检查啦或输入资料。那再来 during the flight 指的就是在飞行的途中，主要的飞行员呢，他会驾驶飞机 and avoids bad weather. Bad weather 是不好的天气、坏天气，当然是要避开的咯。所以 avoid 是不是这个字？是不是这个意思？我们来看一下。Avoid 这个动词呢，代表就是避开跟避免。Avoid a person that you don't like， 那就是避开你不喜欢的人。那还可以避开什么呢？像是避开尖峰时间 ，you avoid the rush hour。Avoid one's eyes 指的就是避开不看某人的眼睛，避开他的眼神。那再来，你要避开做某事，避免做某事 ，you avoid doing something。要注意哦，你后面要加上的是 VING。So for example, we should avoid using plastic， 代表我们应该要避免使用塑胶。那单字例句这边给的是呢 ，Cross the street here to avoid cars. Cars can't drive here。从这里过马路可以避开车子，他们不能够在这边行驶。
So, Elsie, do you ever avoid me?
Do I ever avoid you?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Do you ever avoid me?
No, of course not. Never. The only thing I do avoid here in Taiwan is chou tofu or stinky tofu.
Oh, you avoid stinky tofu
I know.
here.
I see it. I'm like, I kick it.
Oh, because you don't like it at all.
That's right. All right, let's see what's continuing with our article, everyone. All right, it says, Samantha says, the other pilot checks the plane's machines and talks to workers on the ground.
OK， 那其他的飞行员呢，就是检查飞机的机械，并与地面检查员沟通。
All right, and she continues to say, after we land, we park the plane at the gate.
After we land 这个字是个动词哦，在这边，那什么意思？怎么解释？怎么使用呢？我们来看一下吧。Land 这边当动词用，代表降落、着陆。那飞机呢要降落的时候，机长都会广播说什么呢 ？We'll be landing soon。我们即将要降落了。Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt。请你赶快回到座位，然后呢系好你的安全带。那再来啊，你要降落在某处，你可以说 land in or on a place。For example, what time are you landing in Taipei today? 你今天会几点降落在台北呢？那另外要注意哦 ，land 这个字啊，还可以当作名词，指的是土地。那单字例句这边给的是 We got off the plane a few minutes after it landed. 我们在飞机降落几分钟之后下飞机。
In the last sentence, we saw the word park. This is not the playground park where you play and swing in. This park verb means to place or leave a vehicle in a designated or specific area, usually for a short or long period of time.
OK， 所以代表我们在句子里面看到的 park， 它不是个公园，不是个你去休憩的地方，这里是个动词，停泊车辆或是飞机。So like we can say, oh, I need to park the car.
That's right.
要停车。
Yeah, when you're driving, you see a big P. Maybe when your mom or dad is driving, you see a big P and then they go in to make sure to park the car. We park our car in an underground parking spot.
OK, so park our car 刚刚说过是停我们的车子，那 parking spot 那就是停车位，那如果是 parking lot，那就是停车场。
That's right.
没错。
Okay, now everyone, it's time to get into our magic box and then we'll be back with our review time.
Magic Box.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。在英文里面，大家应该很常看到就是一个单字它有多种字义的状况哦。如果今天意义呀，或是就是有关联性就算了，但是如果是词性跟意义都大不相同，那大家就真的是要靠记忆啦。今天呢，我们就来看其中一个有一字多义的这样的单字哦。那它就是出现在课文里面的 park。那 park 这个字呢，大家之前看到它应该都是名词的意思哦，就是这个大家很熟悉的公园这样的解释哦。像是这个例句 I like riding my bike in the park， 我喜欢在公园里面骑脚踏车，或者是这个例句也可以 It's sunny today, how about going to the park to have a picnic？ 天气很好耶，要不要去公园野餐呢？那 park 这个字呢，除了大家熟悉名词的用法，它其实也可以当动词来使用哦。但是当动词使用的时候，它解释的意思是停泊什么交通工具，像是飞机啊，或者是车辆。像是呢 ，You can't park your car right in front of the store， 你不能把车子停在商店的正门口哦。或者是 My car is big, so it's hard to park in this small space。我的车很大台，所以停不进这个小格子里面。那 park 相关的一些字啊，大家可以一起学起来，像是 parking space 就是停车位的意思，那 parking lot 指的就是室外的停车场，那 parking fee 指的当然就是停车的费用咯。那在路边的告示牌呢，如果大家看到一个 P 这个英文字母呢，指的就是停车场的意思咯。好啦，那以上 park 的多种字义大家都有学起来了吗
Review time!
Okay, Adam, what are we doing today? What are we playing?
All right, we're going to play Pictionary with the words that we have learned from our interview so far.
Okay, so what words do we have today?
All right, well, the first word we have is flight.
名词哦，飞行或是航班。
All right, second word, check.
这个动作是检查、查看。
Next word is avoid.
避开、避免。再来是 land， 这边当动词用，是降落跟着陆。
All right, so I'm going to draw something real quick, and you're going to try to guess, and you guys are going to try to guess what I
Okay,
drew.
you go first.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I see some clouds.
Oh, be quiet.
And
Oh, be
I
quiet.
see
All right, here we go.
machine.
All right, here we go. So you guys see if you can get it faster than she can. Ooh.
Ah, that's a plane.
Yeah. And what's the plane what is it? So
飞机，那就是搭这个航班的飞机 ，flight.
very good. It's flight.
F-L-I-G-H-T.
F-L-I-G-H-T, correct.
Okay.
All right, your turn. You're not
My turn.
Okay, here you go. There you go.
I'll do something a little quick.
Ooh, let's see what she's gonna do. I won't look. I'll avoid looking. Don't look. Don't look at him. Avoid looking. You show them first. All
Okay.
right.
That will do.
Okay. And it's
I just added something to your picture.
that's pretty smart. It's going down.
It's crashing.
It's not crashing. It's going down. So the plane is about to land.
没错，快要降落的飞机。
All right.
Okay.
So everyone, we went through 2 words today. You try to do the other 2 with your classmates and see if you can get all the right answers.
For A+ English,
I'm Adam.
I'm Elsie.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Interview with a pilot. Warm-up question. Would you like to fly a plane? Why or why not?
Why and how did you become a pilot?
I was a flight attendant at first. The pilot's job inspired me. I went to a flight school in the US. After that, I became a pilot in Taiwan.
What do pilots do during each flight?
An hour before, we check the flight plans and enter data into the plane's computer. We also check the inside and outside of the plane. During the flight, the main pilot flies the plane and avoids bad weather. The other pilot checks the plane's machines and talks to workers on the ground. After we land, we park the plane at the gate. Word power. Flight. Flight. Eagles look down at the ground to find their food during flight. Eagles look down at the ground to find their food during flight. 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 The airline canceled all the flights to Penghu today because of the heavy rain. The airline canceled all the flights to Penghu today because of the heavy rain. Check. Check. Athena checked her answers again before she gave her test to the teacher. Athena checked her answers again before she gave her test to the teacher. Avoid. Avoid. Cross the street here to avoid cars. Cars can't drive here. Cross the street here to avoid cars. Cars can't drive here. Land. Land. We got off the plane a few minutes after it landed. We got off the plane a few minutes after it landed.
认识字汇
Flight attendant. Flight attendant. Data. Data.